Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's GTA 5 video, we're going to be talking about 20 huge changes that Rockstar have made in the Los Santos Drug Wars DLC update, as well as some secret features and hidden details you probably didn't know were included as well. Alright, so let's begin with a secret outfit that you can get, and you acquire this by doing one of Dax's Fooligan missions. It's called Working Remotely. So this is actually a pretty fun one, and most of the Dax missions are pretty fun, and they have a relatively interesting story. And essentially what this involves you doing is basically just stealing a post office van. So you steal the post office van, and then you basically have to plant it with a bomb, and then you bring it over to the Lost MC, and as a disguise, you actually put on this Go Postal outfit, which basically makes you look like a mailman, and you basically detonate the bomb, you lose the cops, and then as your reward, you actually get to keep the outfit. And the outfit, again, looks pretty cool. You get this hat, this short sleeve collared shirt, pants, and shoes. So if you ever wanted to role play as a mailman, well, now you can by getting the Go Postal outfit through this special Dax mission. Now, staying in line with some of the other sort of clothing things that you can do from this update, because Rockstar did introduce a few things. The first is that you can actually open up party shirts now. So these were added in the Criminal Enterprises update, and you could never wear them open. Well, now you can, and this allows for a different, more unique look. So Rockstar giving some variety for our characters. Another change they made, you can now also wear fitted suit jackets with any types of pants. So I know it looks a little bit ridiculous on my character wearing cargo pants, but you can put fitted suit jackets with whatever pants you want now. Again, adding much more variety to your character's clothing wardrobe. And as you know, with the Fidelity Graphics mode, Rockstar added ray tracing, which essentially allows you to see these pretty beautiful reflections in-game. And in the clothing store, you can actually use this to see what's on the back of your clothing. So for example, the shirt that I'm wearing right now, on the front, it's kind of got this like Chiansky patch, but on the back, it also has like Welcome to Blaine County or something like that. But you can't see it by rotating your character. You can't see the back, which is a little bit frustrating. Well, in some spots in the clothing store, depending on where you are, if you get like a window or a door, you can actually use the reflection to be able to see what's on the back of the clothing item. This probably isn't the best example right here, but you get the point that reflections can now help you out when you're in the clothing store. But anyways, let's move on. A few more things that Rockstar did. They actually removed the solo session. I don't know how many of you guys actually used the solo lobby. It was basically like an invite-only session, but with less features. Rockstar just basically took that out of the game, so you can now no longer go in a solo session. They also allowed you to take a look at the credits if you want. Like, you can actually play the credits. Now, for me, for whatever reason, it wasn't working. I promise I was hitting triangle like over and over and over again, but it'll actually play the credits and gives you a list of everyone that worked on GTA 5 and Grand Theft Auto Online. So if you wanted to do that, that is something you can ultimately try out. As we talked about in my video on day one of the big updates that Rockstar made is they allowed you to favorite your phone contacts so that you could see which contacts would be in your phone. Like, you would only pick the essentials if you wanted, or girls only for whatever reason. Well, one character that cannot be removed for whatever reason, Young Ancestor. This dude is permanently in our phone contacts. You can see there that the mechanic and Moore's Mutual always have to be there. I'm not sure what special reason Rockstar decided to have him here. Did they simply forget about him? Or is there some issue that pops up if you actually have Young Ancestor not in your phone, so they just made him there permanently? I don't know. But Young Ancestor will forever be in our phones. But anyways, let's move on. Rockstar added a ton of vehicle livery Easter eggs in this update for a lot of the brand new cars that they introduced. Let's actually begin with the BF Surfer Custom. And there's one livery on there that you guys will probably recognize if you've played GTA San Andreas. It's called the Mothership. The Mothership is actually a unique camper owned by a character there called The Truth. And it has the exact same livery that you guys can see that I'm trying to recreate. So kind of a nice throwback to The Truth and GTA San Andreas. Another vehicle, the Zirconium Journey 2. This has a Breaking Bad reference. So to give you the long story short, with Breaking Bad, you have Walter White and his partner Jesse that end up cooking meth in a desert in the RV, and the RV basically looks exactly like this, and Rockstar introduced a livery so that you could recreate that RV called Cooking Time. So I'm sure you guys will get that reference. That is kind of the long story short. And then moving on, this next one was pointed out to me by my friend Samuel. He said that this can be found in a Dax Fooligan mission. It's actually an Easter egg and a reference to Back to the Future. So as you guys can see there, the guy wearing the reddish orange vest, that is Marty McFly. The guy in the white sort of hazmat jumpsuit, that's supposed to be Doc Brown. And then the BF Surfer custom with the blue bottom and the white top, that is the Albanians' van as they're trying to steal the uranium from Doc Brown. It's in the exact same color scheme. So another Back to the Future reference and Easter egg right there that Rockstar included in this update. Very creative of them. But anyways, let's move on and let's stay on the topic of vehicles, because Rockstar made some changes to some existing cars in the game, like the Pegassi Toreador. The Toreador is now no longer usable in the original heist, the Doomsday heist, and several specific contact missions like the Casino Story and ULP missions after this new update. I guess Rockstar caught on to how overpowered it was and how much time-saving ability it really had, so now you can't do that. The Sparrow, that can also be found in the Kosatka, it has a chaff defense ability. Well, now you can actually visually see it when you deploy it. Before this update, even if you shot out a chaff, you wouldn't actually see it. Rockstar also fixed the Sterling GT. Remember that after the Criminal Enterprises update, that this car basically was bulletproof when it shouldn't have any bullet-resistant abilities to it. So now if you have a Sterling GT, don't expect it to save your life if you're met with a shower of bullets. And for whatever reason, Rockstar updated the back of the Impante Ruiner ZZ8. Apparently, a lot of people were complaining about the Impante lettering. It either wasn't visible or looked ugly or too bright. So Rockstar has actually updated that. Very, very cool. Now, one of the other cool features that Rockstar introduced with the new vehicles is obviously the MTL Brickade 6x6. This thing is an absolute beast. In case you were unaware, this thing can survive 46 rockets. That's right. It takes 47 rockets to blow this thing up. So you really should have no fear if you're driving around town with the Brickade 6x6. It's basically going to take an army to slow you down. You can pretty much do anything in this car. And the best part about the MTL Brickade 6x6 is probably a lot of you guys got it for free just by completing the First Dose story mission. So you get one of the best cars in the game that is super explosive resistant for just about nothing, which is so cool. Now, a couple more things we need to tackle in this video today. The Freak Shop actually has a couple of cool little extras that you can do. Like, for example, you've got a video game that you can play. You can play darts. You can sit down and watch TV. You can also take a drink of beer. You can take a drink of whiskey. You can mess with the jukebox that is in there to change the tunes that are going around. So there are a couple of little gimmicky quirks and things that you can do inside of the Freak Shop. And the Freak Shop also has a parking spot for your personal vehicle. So it can store the Journey 2 that we don't even get our hands on. This is Dax's. It can also store our bike and our MTL 6x6, but it also has the ability to store any personal vehicle that you bring inside. So you don't have to worry about leaving your car out there, just bring it on inside. And again, speaking of cars, one thing that I've kind of noticed, it seems like the door or the garage door on the Los Santos custom shop opens and closes a lot quicker. I can't scientifically prove this, but I feel like the few times that I've gone inside of the LSC, it seems like it's a little quicker to go up and down. Don't know if that helps anyone, but it is kind of interesting. And last but not least, two little helpful features for when you're either resupplying or doing a Dax mission. Number one, if there's any mission that involves you having that like toxic gas or toxic green sludge, if you actually wear a hazmat suit, you won't take any damage, which is really nice because that stuff drains your health pretty quickly. And then there's one Dax mission in particular that actually has you destroying like a Merryweather outpost that has obviously a ton of armored vehicles. You can actually use one of the Merryweathered armored vehicles. So there are things like insurgents and tanks. Those are not off limits for you to take. And you can basically just use those souped up armored vehicles to destroy all the stuff there. And then when that's the last vehicle remaining, you can just get out and blow it up. So that's kind of a cool little trick that you probably didn't know about. And that right there is 20 overall huge changes, secret features, and hidden details that you probably didn't know about from the Los Santos Drug Wars DLC update. If you know of any other big-time changes, secret features, or hidden details that Rockstar introduced that we did not cover in this video, please be sure to let us know in those comments down below. I would love to hear from you guys down there. If you guys did go to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new. You want to stay up to date on all the latest GTA and all the Rockstar Games videos that I'll be doing here on my channel. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.